All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Cross. Watch the screen. Hey, box drop.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with LOC. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
12. Here we go, D. 94 is the mark.
A shotgun snap for LOC. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to...
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down.
Go ahead.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
58 to Mike, 58.
On 2nd and 12, LOC. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 34-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. On the carry, it's Lynch. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 30 on second down, LOC. He's got it to Hilton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Check out. 390. Reggie. Slam. Hey, check.
Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Check 26.
His first carry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Hines, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on third down, Weldon. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
At the 33-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
11 feet. Check.
Here's LOC. And the catch made by Hilton. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's going to let this go in. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, Weldon. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Complete to Paris Campbell. Out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Looking to throw. Weldon. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. This is Hines. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 17 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The first carry for Josh Adams. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
I can't believe they even let you play. 12. 58, right over there. Yeah. Hey, exit. 58, boys, 58, come on.
3rd and 2, LOC. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Lynch from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 10 more there and another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Watch twist. He's coming. We got double up.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's LOC. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st and 10, Weldon. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep, and that's caught. inside the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weldon looking for the... And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyrell Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third down. Weldon, he's going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Weldon. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Weldon. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Weldon, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They start the drive with Lynch. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check out. Green 80. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. No chance.
LOC. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be a great...
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check. Crouch.
From the gun, Weldon. Ebron caught left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Hines. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the 50, it's Long. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Weldon, catch made here by Campbell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Weldon. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now again, right side. Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Weldon. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. On 1st down, LOC. Escaping the pressure right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Justin Houston, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A run here with Lynch. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Bell sheds him off. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
Touchdown, Indianapolis. He returns the punt 64 yards on the score. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a 1st down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning it.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
58, boys, 58, 58.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run again with Lynch. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Check 99. Check 4. Check 4. Check 11.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Luck going to throw it. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advance. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Weldon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
We got 25 to Mike. 3 butt. No. Big ass. 25 to Mike. We got 25.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Weldon, wide open receiver, complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Weldon. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the home team here, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.